As an Apple fanatic, when the AirPod Maxes came out, I was on top of it immediately. Used it for editing, music, anything you could think of. That wasn't until I put on the Bose QuietComfort Ultras and I knew I had to make a switch outside the Apple ecosystem. And I'm gonna tell y'all why. Let's get into it. If you guys don't know me, I'm Augie G. Welcome to my channel, you know what I mean? Let me stop. But first off, one of the main reasons why I switched to Bose, and mind you, it was hard. I mean, I'm a big Apple person. You can ask all my friends, you can ask my family. I love Apple. I think it makes the best stuff ever and nobody beats it. But I had to come to a realization. And one of the main reasons why I switched was because of the weight. Now, if you hear this, do you hear this? That's annoying. I have this in my hand. I have these like this. You know how annoying that is? Okay, just want to let you guys know real quick. That's annoying. I might have to put these back here real quick. But the weight. With the weight, as you guys can tell by the quality, these are they're just plastic. The Bose QuietComfort Ultras are plastic. Now, it's also not making that rattling noise. You know what I mean? It doesn't make that noise. With the AirPod Maxes, already making noise. These, I'm not too sure exactly what they are, but I mean, it's nice quality. Like we all can agree that the AirPod Maxes are nice quality. Like whenever you get them, you're gonna realize off the bat, like, okay, these are cool. Like you got magnetic ear cups and everything like that. Just the only thing about these is that they're heavy as hell. Whenever I tried to have them on at the gym, they would slide off because my hair would get all sweaty and then they would just slide back or they'd slide forward. If you guys look at my head, it's like shaped as an egg. So it's like things just slide off my head super easily. It's not, you know what I mean? Let me stop roasting myself. You feel me? Let me stop. And you guys probably thinking the same thing. Like, yeah, maybe it does look like an egg. I get it. AirPod Maxes were just too heavy for me. Even when I'm wearing them for long sessions, like if I'm on an airplane or if I'm just having them on throughout the day, I just didn't enjoy them being on my head. And it was just like, there had to be a time where I'm like, all right, let me take these off real quick. Okay, let me put them back on. I just didn't like that. With the Bose, they're super light. I can be able to wear them at the gym. I can be able to do various movements because when I'm at the gym, I do intense movements. I move my head a lot. I do a bunch of stuff like, no, I do a bunch of different movements in the gym to where it's like, they don't fall off and I'm perfectly fine with them. And I just, if I have to switch to these from my AirPod Pros, because we know the AirPod Pros will just randomly die in its case. You'll just get into the gym and boom, it's dead. I always keep these in my gym bag as well. So I can be able to put these on. I know I'm gonna have a good, comfortable session where I only got 2 bricks on my head. You know what I mean? So absolutely love this. Everybody at the gym wears AirPod Maxes. I'm not sure where that trend came from at all, but more power to y'all. I don't think either of these are water resistant. So it's like, if you are, you know, a guy or lady who sweats profusely, and I mean like you got puddles around your ear, you probably shouldn't be wearing these for that. I mean, they got like Beats and they also got other headphones that are probably water resistant that won't mess up the internals. But at least for me, like I said, I do intense workouts. I sweat a lot and I have yet to ruin these. Knock on bamboo. One thing that is a game changer for me with the Bose is the multi-point connectivity. Now I know the AirPod Maxes have multi-point connectivity as well, but if you do not know, and we probably all should know with Apple at this point, you can only do Apple to Apple. So you can only do like your MacBook to your iPhone, your iPad to your, you know, Mac Studio or whatever the case may be. But with the Bose, me personally, I have a gaming computer behind me and that's Windows. And my 9 to 5, I work on Windows as well. So if I'm watching YouTube on the side or I'm whatever the case may be on a Windows computer, I can be able to seamlessly go over to my iPhone and I don't have to connect or disconnect. And I honestly hate connecting and disconnecting with the AirPod Maxes, even my AirPod Pros. I might end up switching to the Bose QuietComfort Ultra earbuds probably because of that. And I mean, I'm gonna get good sound quality, but let me stop. I'm going off track. But reason why I love the Bose is because I am able to get that multi-point connectivity and it doesn't have to be Apple to Apple. And that's one thing I love. Now, if you're not on a Windows computer or anything like that, and you just have strictly Apple, then that won't be an issue for you. The multi-point connectivity on the AirPod Maxes are fine. And they're just like every multi-point connectivity. It just seamlessly, you pause the video, goes to the whatever video that you're playing on your iPhone, vice versa. You could be able to do that with the Bose as well. And that's what I love about that, especially with me operating off of a Windows computer as well as having my iPhone. I can be able to do that. We good. But that's a segue into another reason why I switched to the Bose. The app. The Bose app is great. I mean, it's super user-friendly. I could be able to change things like the name. On the Bose, it has this little line right here. Let me see if I can get it on the camera. But it has a line right here that you swipe up and down for the volume, and if you press it, you can be able to, I think it has certain presets on the app, but mine in particular, I play like a Spotify playlist, I think, or like most recent or something like that. It's nice that I have that functionality with the Bose, and the fact that I have a Bose app, it's nice. With the AirPod Maxes, you have to have an iPhone to change settings on it. There's an AirPod Max, just little like section in the settings that you can be able to change on there, and you have to use an iPhone. You have to have an iPhone. I'm all over the place today, sorry. So if I ever want to go Android, which I never will personally, sorry Android fanatics, I just can't do it. I just can't do the software. If for whatever reason I go to an Android device, I have the same Bose app that I'm familiar with on the iPhone, and I can change settings on there. I can change the EQ settings. I can change, what devices are connected to it. I can forget things on there. I could do whatever the app allows me to do, and I'm just happy to have that functionality in general. Now, we all can agree that AirPod Maxes, Bose QuietComfort Ultras, and the Sony XM5s have great sound quality. Now, there can be like other headphones out there like Sonos or JBLs, whatever ones are out there that have great sound quality as well. But those are at least the main three, in my opinion, that are like great recommendations for just headphones. It was nice to know, and the switch from AirPod Maxes to Bose, I didn't have to worry about sound quality. And I was gonna get ideally the same sound quality, if not something better in my opinion with the Bose. And that's just because of the EQ settings, and I can change the EQ settings there. With the AirPod Maxes, you got active noise cancellation, transparency, and you also have the spatial audio. But with the Bose, you got the active noise cancellation, which I will say is better in my opinion. Whenever I tried it for the first time, I was like, okay, yeah, the active noise cancellation, like I don't gotta hear like my girlfriend yapping at me, just yelling at me all the time, or I don't gotta hear people just being super loud and obnoxious at the gym, things clanking around, stuff like that. I can just, whoop, I don't gotta hear anything. And it's dope. And I actually love the active noise cancellation on the Bose. But it also has a transparency mode, and it also has something that's like spatial, but it's called immersion audio. Now with the immersion audio, I don't use that for music. I just don't like the fact that, if I'm at the gym and I'm listening to music, I don't want my phone to be right there and then the music coming this way. Like, I just don't like that. Maybe you guys do, but that's not for me personally. Only time I use immersion is if I'm watching like a YouTube video or a TV show, because I think it sounds dope with immersion. But other than that, I don't want the sound sounding like it's an echo. You know what I mean? I think you know what I mean. Now, the final reason why I ultimately switched from the AirPod Maxes to the Bose QuietComfort Ultras was because of the accessories. More particularly, the case. Now, we all know this looks like a purse. Let's be honest. Let's be transparent for a little bit. This looks like a purse. I can't put it over here and you can like carry like, that's too sassy. I'm not gonna be doing that. I'm not gonna let y'all do that to me in the comment section, but we all know this looks like a purse, and let's do a little session real quick. There's a mic right here. Whoever at Apple was in charge of designing this, you should be ashamed of yourself. To be honest with you, you should be ashamed of yourself. Some people might like the design. Me personally, I don't jack with this because one, you see that? Part of your headphones, and given probably with something like this that's super expensive, you probably don't even need to be throwing it in your bag. You should probably just leave it at the crib. But with me being a clean freak or whatever you want to call it, stuff in there can get all jacked up. Like it can get jammed up inside there, and like it gets all nasty, it gets all dusty in there. And if you do throw it in your bag and you have a sharp object or some sort in there, it could scratch that. It could scratch that, and you got to scratch freaking headphone now. Nobody wants that. It looks janky. Nobody wants that. And dog, just go with a hard shell case. Like, just ditch this. Like, it's not cool. Like, I get, oh, let's put this in here, and whenever you put it in here and it's magnetic, then cool, then it turns off. Dog, no. Just, I get it. Like, this is convenient, sure. Like, you can charge while you have it in the case, but it's like, I mean, it's, come on. With the Bose, on the other hand, you got a hard shell case. You could just throw this in your bag. You don't got to worry about it. So if there's something in there that could potentially, like, you know, scratch your headphones or damage it in any way, shape, or form, you can just throw this in your bag. And as you guys can tell, like, I just throw this in my bag. I don't know if you guys can tell on the camera, but dog, there's a bunch of scuffs, there's a bunch of like little dents, but that's fine. I don't care about this looking super pretty. Let's be honest. I just care about it protecting my headphones all in all. It's good. You don't got to worry about your headphones being, you know, damaged or potentially, like, I mean, dirty as hell, let's be honest. I mean, you just throw this in your bag, you zip it up, throw it in your bag, boom, that's it. And it does come with a charging cable, USB-C, which is great. That one I got whenever it first came out was Lightning, but they came out with their new AirPod Maxes that use USB-C. It also comes with an audio jack, which a lot of us nowadays aren't probably using an audio jack, but if there is that edge case scenario where you are, then sure, it comes with an audio jack. You don't got to go out and buy it. I know for like airplanes, you can use an audio jack for it. So it's like, you're good in that case. It pretty much comes with everything that you need. You're good. Don't got to worry about anything. Throw this in your bag. Worry about this in your bag. Straight up. Ultimately, switching from the AirPod Maxes to the Bose wasn't an easy decision. Because like I said, I just had, you know, I was in denial of the switch. Like, I was like, no, the AirPod Maxes, they're great. They sound great. But it was about that time where I just let it go. I gave it to my girlfriend because at the end of the day, I was throwing those Bose headphones in my bag, whether it was like my EDC bag for work or whether it was my gym bag. I was throwing that in my bag at the end of the day because they're just super lightweight. They still sound good. I have a bunch of flexibility with it, and you know, I just personally enjoyed the Bose more than I did the AirPod Maxes, and that was by accident. I found a great deal on the Bose and I ended up snagging it, and now I fell in love with it, and that's just how it is, you know? The Bose QuietComfort Ultras, they're up there in price with the AirPod Maxes. The AirPod Maxes MSRP, for what we're talking, is about $500. They may be on sale because they're always running sales on it. But the Bose, I believe, is $450. Don't quote me on that. I'll make sure I put everything in the description. Like, you guys know, I take care of y'all. I take care of y'all. I'll put it in the description. They typically run sales on those as well, but I mean, they're about the same. For Apple, that's their high tier headphone, and for Bose, that's their high tier headphone. So you're gonna pay high tier money for it. That's gonna conclude the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I tried to keep it as simple as possible so you guys aren't sitting there like this. All right, get to the point. Like, I try to look out for y'all because I'm the same way. I don't want to be sitting there, you know, looking at a 25-minute video of somebody just talking of why they switched. I want to get straight to the point, drill it with y'all. And I almost forgot, Bose QuietComfort Ultras, those are stamped. Let me know what you guys are rocking in the comment section. Whether you like the AirPod Maxes simply because you just have all Apple products, and that's perfectly fine. But let me know if you switch from the AirPod Maxes or if you switch from a different pair of headphones, whatever. Let me know what you guys rock. I love just interacting with you guys in the comment section. You guys have been showing freaking love. I have gained like 100 some odd subscribers over the past month, and that's just because you guys have just been showing so much love, whether it's my short films that I post on YouTube Shorts, or, you know, my iPad mini video, or my previous video, which is like all the accessories and tech that I'm bringing into 2025. So if you guys haven't seen that, make sure you guys go watch that. That's pretty much it. Appreciate you guys. Guys, take care. Love y'all. We out.